Master Skill 3 is strong, but if you're a Dragon Breath main like me, you might hate this one rule. You cannot use MS2 and MS3 together. It's one or the other. So today, I'll show you what MS3 actually does, why End Judgement is the spicy part, and why I'm still not switching off Dragon Breath. I tested it so you don't waste time and resources. Good day, Kukai Gaming's here. We're back on Ragnarok Mobile Classic, and today this is test server content. I was accepted as a test server tester. So this is an early look and details can still change. Important disclaimer, this is not a full build guide and not a sweaty min-max tutorial. This is a commentary and analysis video. What MS3 does, who it's for, and whether I will switch. I'm a Master Skill 2 Dragon Breath Rune Knight main, so I'm evaluating MS3 from that perspective. Let's lock in the rule before anything else. You can only choose one Master Skill. MS2 versus MS3 is a permanent direction choice. If you pick MS3, you lose MS2 Dragon Breath. You don't combine them, you don't mix them. One Master Skill only. And this matters because it affects everything. Your gear, your cards, your runes, your handbook deposits, your daily comfort, your whole account identity. So I'll repeat it again later because people always miss it. So what does Master Skill 3 actually do? The center of it is Berserk Smash. It's an active physical skill, spear required, and it hits in an area. The key thing is it applies Crush. Crush is a status effect that reduces damage and magic reduction by around 30%. It cannot stack and it has a duration window. So the design is clear. You apply Crush, then you punish during the Crush window. Then we have World Piercing Edge. This passive boosts spear skill damage against enemies in the Crush state. So the game is literally telling you the loop, Berserk Smash first, then Spear Burst while the target is crushed. Then we have Unstoppable. It increases the range of spear-related skills by 3 meters, and it also says that equipping spear-type weapons allows the use of sword parry. That range part feels better than it sounds, especially if you're used to melee pain. Quick reminder for DB mains. These passives are spear-related. They don't secretly buff your Dragon Breath. MS3 is a spear identity. MS2 is Dragon Breath identity. One Master Skill only. Now the part that made me pause, End Judgement. This passive basically says Berserk Smash can nullify, reflect, blocking, flee effects, and immortality effects of the target for 5 seconds. Bro, that is not small. That is anti-gimmick tech. This screams PvP and GVG. Because in real fights, what's annoying? Reflect, block layers, flee builds, immortality effects, targets that feel like you can't touch them. End Judgement is designed to say, okay, for 5 seconds, your defense tricks don't matter. So yes, this is the headline skill of MS3 for me. If you love PvP, I get the appeal immediately. So how does it play with your normal skills? The general idea is a simple loop. Crush window equals Spear Burst window. You use Berserk Smash to apply Crush. Then you pressure with spear skills like 100 Spears and Spiral Pierce. There are also synergies where 100 Spears can trigger Spiral Pierce, and with runes you can improve that trigger chance. I'm not claiming final numbers here because test server can change, but the flow is clear. Set the state, then hit harder during the state. That's MS3 in a sentence. Now let's do the honest part. No hype, no flex. Real pros and real cons based on how this path actually builds. Pros. Pro number 1, MS3 can be more budget friendly in one specific way. Because it's a physical spear path, you can focus on physical stats only. That means in handbook deposits and other permanent systems, you don't feel forced to build both sides. Unlike DB Rune Knight and even Mastery Skill 1 auto attack style builds, Those usually care about both attack and magic attack in different ways. Here, you can basically say, pure physical tayo, and you move on. Pro number 2, you don't need to rely on sink or swim. Sink or swim is that Rune Knight skill, where you drop your own magic def to 0, then convert it into magic attack for a window. That's a trade-off play style. If you commit to physical spear, you don't need that magic conversion gimmick. So you naturally stay tankier, less risky, less glass cannon moment, and honestly you end up with more skill points to spare because you're not investing into the magic side of the kit. Pro number 3, the loop is clean and the utility is real. Berserk Smash applies crush. Passives reward you for hitting crush targets, and End Judgement is a unique anti-defense window that can actually matter in PvP. Okay, now cons, and I'll be blunt but fair. Con number 1, it's not that Spear is more gear dependent than Dragon Breath, because DB is also gear dependent. The real issue is the gear direction is different. If you commit to MS3 Spear, your whole gear leans pure physical, not mixed. Example, on armor, you don't want something like staunch armor that gives both attack and magic attack. You'd rather go something like iron armor that pushes physical focus stats and effects. Same logic on accessories. Instead of Eye of Dalahan and Flame Ring style choices, the Spear path leans toward things like powerful ring for physical scaling. Same on boots. Instead of rune boots that support mixed scaling, you lean into something like Wolf Grandma slippers that fit the physical direction. Cards also follow that logic. You'd lean physical cards, not magic leaning one. So the con here is if your account is already built around Dragon Breath direction, you're not just swapping a master skill. You're changing a whole gear ecosystem. Con number 2, farming comfort. 100 spears and spiral pierce are not AoE the way Dragon Breath is. Dragon Breath MS2 is comfy because it's AoE. You feel it in PvE dailies, in farming, in lazy clearing. Even other builds like auto attack have their own farming flow. But spear skills like 100 spears and spiral pierce can feel more single target pressure based. So if your daily life is log in, farm, clear fast, log out, the spear path can feel less comfortable for pure PvE grinding. Con number 3, cooldown and availability. In my testing, Berserk Smash cooldown felt long, around the 20 plus seconds range. And here's the problem. End Judgement needs Berserk Smash first. So if Berserk Smash is on cooldown, your WoW anti-gimmick moment is not always available when fights get chaotic. It's not something you can spam. It's more like a window you plan around. So yeah, strong path but different lifestyle. Not better or worse, just different. And reminder again, because this is the deal breaker for many players, you can only choose one master skill. MS2 and MS3 cannot be used together. So who is this for? Choose MS3 if you are already a spear main, you enjoy burst windows, and you care about PvP or GVG. If you want anti-defense tech like End Judgement, and you're willing to commit your whole Rune Knight identity to physical spear investment, MS3 makes sense. Stay MS2, Dragon Breath if you already invested in DB, you love PvE comfort, and your Rune Knight is your anchor character. If you play like a manager, not a solo main, DB is boring, but boring is good. Reliable, sustainable, easy to maintain long term, and for me personally, I'm staying DB because the channel identity is stable, synergy first, and anti-FOMO. I'm not rebuilding my whole account just for one shiny mechanic, even if it's cool. But I respect MS3. For PvP spear mains, I can see it being a very legit choice. So that's my first look at Rune Knight Master Skill 3 Spear Path on the test server. Berserk, Smash, and Crush make the loop clear. World-piercing edge rewards you for timing. Unstoppable range feels good. End Judgement is the headline. That 5-second anti-reflect anti-block, anti-flee, anti-immortality window. But the real decision is the rule. One master, skill only. If you're a Dragon Breath main, think hard before you commit. Now, comment question. If you're a Rune Knight main, are you going Dragon Breath MS2 or Spear MS3? And what do you want me to test next on the test server? Next videos, we continue the Pink Dino Gang series. Phase 2 is Vidz, our Archbishop safety net. And yes, more test server previews if you guys want it. See you!